Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stock Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.
This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
Welcome everyone to Monday Night Beast Morphers. I'm your host, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I have bought the rights to Power Rangers, and we're gonna make Power Rangers great again. And tonight, damn it, we're gonna have the Red Ranger in his Red Cheetah Racer Megazord against the mighty Gigadrone Boxertron. And here we go. This is going to be a 5-star classic. Dave Meltzer won't talk a damn lick of negativity around here because, by God, we're going to give you the best damn main event of all time.
That was good, Leonard, except it's Thursday.
Shut up.
Anyway, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ranger Podcast Live. We're doing... Actually, technically it's episode 8, but it says it's a special episode because it was supposed to do for the Olympics, but Olympics got canceled this year, so yeah, it's called Power Rangers Beast Morphers Season 2, Episode 8, Boxed In. What do you guys think of the episode, starting with Broken? What do you think of the episode?
Why, you're not going to introduce us or anything?
Fine.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's hot. It's okay. It's okay.
It's hot, and now, actually, there are you guys' names. Read them, people.
Anyway, well, TRZ, real quick, what did you think of this episode?
I have a bone to pick with Ravi this episode. He's got 206 of them, and I'm going to pick one of them.
Same here. Kent, what did you think about this episode? Go ahead.
It was really good. It was really, it had actual stakes in it. It felt very intense. Felt like a really cool callback to Zeo when Tommy fought Punch a Punch. And yeah, it was a really good episode. Definitely a lot better than what we got in the first half, or at least this is still the first half. This is better than what we got at the beginning. So yeah.
I would say, yeah, I have a bone to pick with Ravi too. But outside of that, look, I got everything I wanted in the season of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. What was the one that I asked for in Beast Morphers? Does anyone remember?
Drop kicking.
Were you gonna say the same thing, TRZ?
Yep.
I got not only a drop kick, I got a damn Megazord Giga drop kick. I am a happy, and on top of that, you know what? I'm gonna spoil it, but I got my Giga drop kick.
I'm actually gonna give it a high score again because I thought I was like, oh, okay, another filler episode. Okay, might as well. I was actually not about to watch. It's like, it's not filler, and I watched. It's like, holy shoot, this was entertaining. I was very entertained, and plus, it also does progress the story a bit because we finally see the Lion Ultra Zords, Ultra mode. Well, Ultra mode, it's like battle mode. In full display.
Two things. Question, Ryan, you said that this episode was supposed to come out during the Olympics. They moved it forward to now?
No, I bet you. Okay, so this is what I predict. So I heard from rumors was because the Olympics was this year. I think this was supposed to air around like maybe in July, like a special episode. But I think because it got canceled or not canceled. It's postponed until next year. They decided to put it early, and I put the episode, which I'm excited for about next Saturday, as the mid-season finale. Anyway,
All right, so let's get started. The Pan Global Games, or the discount version of the Olympics, is going on in Pearl Harbor, and I finally got the name right again because for the longest I kept saying Pearl Harbor. Coral Harbor. They're doing the games. Everyone's excited, including Ravi, because he wants to see the weightlifting competition, which very rare that I hear anyone get excited about weightlifting in the Olympics as a whole. That's just me personally. But then they're like, hey, and then his mom was like, hey, yo, y'all need to go to these kind of different sectors. We need to make sure all the maintenance is in check. So that way, in case a Giga drone pulls up, we can be ready. And Ravi's like, well, I want to see the games and stuff like that. And Devin's like, well, dude, we all want to see it, but we got a job to do because, we got to save the world. There's an evil virus out there that's going to infect the entire morphing grid. You feel what I'm saying? And so Ravi had probably the most mature idea, and that was, why don't we just put our names into a box? If 3 names are called, they gotta go. If the other 2 are not called, we're gonna go to the games. So Nate, Zoe, and Devin's names got called. So Steele and Ravi went to the games. Meanwhile, Blaze and Robo Blaze and Robo Roxy are getting ready to do some mischievous stuff, but they're just waiting. That they needed one thing, and they had that monster,
the lifter drone or something
Lifter
like
Tron.
Or a proper name, Robo Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Nice reference. I like that. So Dev, Zoe, and Nate, they go around. They're fixing stuff. Liftatron shows up. They morph, and Liftatron decides to hurl what appears to be 3 tons at them. Go ahead, TRZ. Bro.
Yeah. So he throws a barbell on them, not a barbell, like an actual weight bar at them, and all 3 of them are struggling to lift it out. Then when Ravi and Steele show up, Steele tries to lift him out of there while Ravi wrestles with the Tronic. And let me tell you, he wrestles him he does the whole a suplex
Powerbomb.
Yeah. And the others couldn't get free until Ravi actually defeats the drone and then has to come back to actually lift up the weight. And he becomes such a jerk. It's like, really? You guys had to call backup? We missed the wrestling match because of you guys.
Also, at that moment when Steele's trying to help lift the dumbbell up by himself, that kind of made me realize who Steele finally reminds me of. He is a robot Captain Man from Henry Danger.
Ravi becomes a Class A jerkwad. I'm trying to keep it kid appropriate because our producer right here at my top left is gonna get mad at me. Look for the uncensored on Twitch. And I'm over here like, guys, you could do this without me. We just missed the games and stuff. And I'm over here like this. Ravi, what's your primary job? You're a Power Ranger, right?
Didn't we have that a few episodes ago?
No, well, actually, yes and no. But the last time someone tried to put their personal needs just like that, what their passion is, was Lightspeed Rescue. And we know what happened with that. It led to, by far, one of the dumbest episodes of Power Rangers to this date. Okay? With Dana becoming a fashionista model.
I love that episode.
Listen, Ryan, I understand you like it, but in the context of how that episode went, your job is to fight demons. Your dad sold your son's soul, and now they gotta fight demons. You're fighting almost the embodiment of the Antichrist. And what do you want to do? This girl wanted to go and do modeling. There is no possible way you can argue and defend that. Go ahead.
Keep in mind that she wanted to do it for med school because she couldn't pay for it. Well, technically, she wanted to be independent. She wanted to depend on daddy. So that's an adult move. And also, there's another episode that dealt with that. Connor and Dino Thunder. So,
Oh,
guys,
right,
I'm a
Boken.
teenager.
Right, Boken. Your turn.
guys,
You know what would make that Lightspeed Rescue really messed up? If Dana dropped out of medical school to continue being a fashion model.
man, the whole episode, that episode would work much better, as Linkara said, if she was put under a spell. But that's a story for another day.
I especially take issue with this because a few episodes ago, actually a whole season ago, Ravi kept trying to prove to his mom, saying, "Look, I can balance out my personal interest with being a ranger. Like I can do both things. I can balance this." And now he's shirking his responsibility as a ranger to watch a weightlifting competition when he could just as easily DVR it or watch it on the Power Rangers equivalent of YouTube.
True, but he also grew up in the military and probably didn't get very many special treatments.
Aha!
But I'll go. So Devin calls his beast
Commander
bot,
Shaw.
not Commander Shaw, calls his beast bot to come pick him up. He's gonna take the reports back to Grid Battle Force, and then suddenly a giant like Blaze and Roxy, they go and infect this giant building with a massive dome on it, and then we don't see what exactly they do. And then Grid Battle Force gets a detection that a Giga Drone is landing, and so Devin shows up, and launches his Megazord, trying to go see what's going on, and suddenly he gets sucked. He and this other Giga Drone shows up. Also, minor thing, this Giga Drone has a giant fork for a hand, which I thought was funny because me and Clement were reviewing Kara Major, and they also have a Zord with a fork hand, so that was kind of funny to see. But they get sucked into this building where it's like this big wrestling arena. Like we hear a big commentator, and the fight goes on, and Beast Zord, the Devin Zord is getting a beating, but he manages to overcome the fork monster. Then two other Giga Drones show up. One that can lift, one that's lifts, does some heavy lifting, and the other one that is apparently a dancer. And at first it was like when the dancer ones started attacking, I thought it was going to be all cheesy enough, but it felt a little classic Power Ranger cheesiness. So, but anyway, they start kicking his butt, and the Zord's getting overpowered, and so the Rangers, they go and investigate the building, and they realize they can't get inside. It's sealed tight. So Nate and Steel try and fix it try and get in with their Megazord combination, and all it does is it doesn't even leave a dent on the building. They can't get in. So they withdraw and try and figure out another way to get in. Go, Leonard.
I just want to say this. The entire time of them breaking in and failing to do so, perfect. I want to say that right now, because normally the Rangers are like, okay, we'll do this and we'll get in, right? And it's always they have that one or two options. They had at least four, if I count it, 4 ways to try to break in, and they all failed. And they're like, you know what? We could use the Lion King Megazord to try and break in, but that was the final resort. They tried everything in the book to get in, and I have to say that was perfect writing. Where you don't go to your one thing, they're like, okay, they had a problem solve essentially. Even Nate, who again, Nate's supposed to be the prodigal child, all that stuff. A lot of his best ideas did not work. And even when you use Steel, keep in mind, Steel is also as smart as Nate. It's just he's a goofball, but he's a lovable goofball because he's the entire audience. When his idea is okay, we should use this, that didn't work either. The cable hook, when they tried to pull a Batman, that didn't work. They all got thrown out the building. I really like that. That was really good writing.
Yes. Also, as a minor thing, and then Daggerboy, you take it. The like them trying to break in, it kind of felt like, you guys know about Digimon, right?
Yes.
There was one time in season 4 where they were trying to get back inside this giant Digimon, and like they couldn't break in. That's what this scene kind of reminded me of. Like, it's like this monster's like Sakakumon, where only certain people can get back in, and it's impossible to get out. Oh, also, there was a Levi Weston poster on the building, so continuity. That's cool.
Anyway, so this what happened. And so bye bye. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Teddy Bear gone. So anyway.
Wow. Pull him back in.
No.
Now.
Okay,
I am going to kill you.
Anyways, so this is what happens in the episode later on. So the Raiders can't get in. Devin is being basically pound by multiple Robotron monsters. I love that scene because I thought it was gonna be more like another, but no, that was interesting because you had a lot of variations of Robotrons going against Devin's Cheetah Zord, or what his name is.
It's funny how every time a Megazord battle happens, you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be trash." You've been saying for since the episode 3 or 4 of season 2, and every single time it happens, you're always wrong.
Wait, I'll bring him back. He's crying right now. There you go. Happy.
Nickelodeon, Hasbro, and you too, Nickelodeon. I need y'all to continuously prove Ryan wrong that you can do Megazord battles right, because you are now 5 for 5 now.
And you need to prove Ryan wrong and make Megazord battles intense, like especially American ones.
Yeah, see, that one actually have to agree with that. You have to make it more intense because in the Sentai there were some Megazord battles that were actually intense. Okay, so they do fight. They try again. The Rangers try to get inside the dome, but it fails. But I think it was Ravi or Nate has an idea. I forgot who it was. That hey, let's go stick with the Megazord. Let's go inside the Megazord, right? Like, well, the Robotron. Let's go basically go a la Batman on him. It fails. They can't get in. So they try to, but then so Nate has an idea. All right, let's do the lion. Let's make the Megan's Megazord. I call it Megan's Megazord from now on.
The Megan Megazord.
Megan Megazord. Find the lion Megazord. The Megan Megazord.
The Megan Zord.
A Megan Zord.
We forgot they had to go fight some Tronics. The Tronics showed up and tried to stop them.
Yeah.
Kick them while they're down.
So they fight the Tronics. They make the Megan Zord, and that's when they start fighting another Robotron. And suddenly, I forgot what happened. Like, did Devin like overpower the other Robotron? Or they just hit the drone? I forgot what happened. What happened again?
His sword got really damaged, and he managed to keep holding on, but then the Rangers broke him out, right?
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I remember.
The way it played out inside the wrestling ring is first he fought the Alpha droid with the fork, and he managed to beat him no problem. But then you got a bench pressing Beta and a Muay Thai Gamma double teaming, and while the two of them had him on the ropes, like freaking they pulled some heel stuff from wrestling where the Beta like grabs onto the Racer Zord while he's backed up in the corner, while the Muay Thai Gamma like starts kicking the ever loving out of him. But then they both start curb stomping him, but then he managed to destroy the Beta, and that's when the boxing Delta shows up, with the zip line and whatnot, and then the two of them start getting up on him, and that is when a Racer Zord gets badly broken. Like the eye of the cheetah is just gone. You could almost see Devin inside his cockpit right there.
I see.
And that's when they finally broke him out.
Okay, now there it goes. Because I was like, wait, how did they get back out again? Anyway, so they find out the dome is actually the announcer Robotron. Basically, the guy does the boxing.
Yes.
Our first giant monster of the season, believe it or not.
So they fight. Then of course, it was actually a really good battle. The Megan Zord finally destroys the announcer PA.
The Megazord.
Fine, the Lion Ultra Zord.
No, continue. No, we're gonna continue to call the Megazord. It's okay. It's okay.
Fine, the Megan Zord.
Megan Ultra Zord.
The Megan Ultra Zord. They destroy the PA announcer. That was actually a really quick fight. Because actually we found out it's not really a fighter, it's more like an announcer guy. So I mean, whatever. So we go back to the base. Ravi apologizes to the team, like, I'm sorry, that's my bad. I just really want to see the games. Which begs the question. So it's a 1 day thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Olympics should be like 2 or 3 weeks. Anyway,
They
No,
actually
it's not.
said we missed all the games of today.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, Ravi apologizes, but I'm sorry, you're saying, Kent? I didn't hear you there.
And if it is what I remember, it's Power Rangers. So
Oh, okay. So Ravi apologizes. He's like, "Hey, let's go. We can still see karate," which Devin wants to see. So I was like, "Okay, let's go as a group." Now, I have a question: is how did they get tickets? Maybe I forgot military.
They work for Grip Battle Force. They probably got discounts. Let's
No,
leave it
maybe-
alone.
or they probably booked their tickets online. It's not that difficult to think out.
What you think, TRZ?
Now, one thing I do have an issue with in terms of the 1 day thing is, so they managed to finish all of the weightlifting and karate events in 1 day. That sounds really unlikely because usually in the actual Olympics, it takes at least 2 days of events for those type of events where you have the preliminaries and then on a separate day the top 8 or top 6 end up having their own finals on a different day, because I know for a fact that swimming alone takes up half of the entire time of
Power Rangers.
It's Power Rangers.
It's Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's Power Rangers. It's just weird that they took out like half of the events in just 1 day. So now the rest is like nothing but swimming. You got to take breaks in between.
It could also just be that, this is all they were doing for that day and that they would continue different ranks on other days.
Oh, by the way, there's actually a Ninja Steel Easter egg in here. You see?
We already said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, I'm actually I like that. I'm like, okay, you actually have some continuity here, and actually this confirms that Beast Morphers is in the main timeline of Power Rangers.
They mentioned Rita Repulsa and Galvanax.
There's a Jungle Karma Pizza in RPM.
Well, that's an alternate dimension. They mention it.
Yeah, that's Earth 2.
That's Earth 2.
Yeah, the point is there's a Jungle Karma Pizza in both the main dimension and the alternate dimension.
But oh, screw it, you're right. Never mind.
High five.
They mentioned Rita Repulsa last year, so we are and Galvanax.
Oh wait, there you go.
And
New
Slay.
timeline.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Rita Repulsa. There you go. Okay.
And Slash before they Flashpoint Paradox Dino Charge.
Well, that gives the question. Okay, guys, ratings. Boken, what's your rating?
You guys are gonna hate me on this, but
like and dislike.
I loved the Megazord fight, but I feel like it wasn't properly utilized with the plot of this episode to its entirety. Now I get it, like it's a wrestling ring and Ravi's got that whole thing with the Pan Global Games. I get that, but the thing is contextual. But for context from the Sentai, I know apples and oranges, but the thing is, in the Japanese version, the Beast X King Zord, it's sentient, just like Crush and Cruz and the Rabbit one. It's a full sentient Buddyroid or Buddy Zord, since it's massive, and Cruz's counterpart felt left out, because now they're using the Beast X King Zord instead of the Racer Zord in the Sentai. So then he tries to prove himself, and that's why he ended up in that wrestling ring in that episode. And I think they could have done the same thing here, because what does Cruz really contribute to the team besides being a motorcycle, or in that case, an armor pack? I'm pretty sure you might feel left out. But in the context, the Zord fight was phenomenal. One of the best Zord fights I've seen in the last several years, actually. Like, I think as far as Neo Saban's concerned, this was the best Zord fight I've ever seen. But plot-wise, Ravi, why? Why, Ravi? You like, we had that episode where you were a painter and you try to prove that you could balance being a ranger, and now you're shirking your responsibilities for freaking weightlifting. That's why I have to give the episode a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Oh, by the way, so I have I know
Yeah.
I know you guys are Avatar fans. So here's breaking news. Avatar, all 3 seasons will be on Netflix in 2 weeks. So
Yeah, tell me when Korra's on there.
Yeah, we'll put Korra maybe in the 4 few more months.
I have all 7 seasons on DVD. If you want, oh wait, that's right. You don't live here.
All right.
My bad.
I'll destroy you. You made fun of me.
Oh no, not you. He was talking about him. You know your name.
You're the rat at my button. Don't make like this theory felt like rat. So you're
Yeah, that's like Dr. Evil. People die!
Hold up.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
You lucky. I was finna do something.
All right. So my ranking is it really this? I guess maybe I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, the only real issue I had with the episode is some little bits of dialogue, a little too over-explaining, but it wasn't like crammed exposition that felt unnecessary. It just felt like how people would naturally talk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, aside from that, and Ravi being, well, needlessly douchey.
Yeah, he's a douchebag.
I thought this episode was really good. The action set piece was great. It felt very intense, like last week's. I think even maybe a little more intense than the previous season, than the previous one. And it had good build. It had a good setup. Good, it panned out well, and it had a good conclusion. Because some issues I've had with some seasons is that they have either good setup, terrible ending, or weak setup, great ending. This felt good all the way through. So I believe that, yes, 9 out of 10. 9.
Okay. Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay, so what I like about it, I like actually acting was actually not that bad for this one. Actually, it was okay. Yeah, you're right. There's too many over explanation, too much. What's the term?
Showing, not telling.
Exposition.
Exposition. Yeah, there's too much exposition. We don't really need it, but it was okay. I liked the Megazord battle. I agree. They should have used more substance in it, but I liked it because it kind of looked original and was why. Plus, what I like about it is like they actually did some rounds. Like basically, what's funny that boxing match kind of reminded me like. It's funny. It's like Devin likes playing video games. He actually lived a video game because next round, next level, this level. I was like, oh, okay, I see that. It actually does play well with his character.
Surprisingly, he didn't reference playing video games in this episode.
No, but like the whole scenario itself, it was like a video game.
Exactly. I'm surprised he didn't mention that while he was doing it.
Yeah, like this is like a video game type of thing.
Yeah, like he did in the first early episode.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Ravi was kind of douchey, but keep in mind that is human nature. But this is what I actually liked about it because at least they're not like one-dimensional, like stale, like cartoonish. Like, oh, we're go-getters, let's do it together. It showed it has flaws. That's what I like about Beast Morphers because they show the characters have flaws. Like Nate's not always perfect. He's so Megan proved that. And Zoe can't always help people. Even she's like, I need to help people. No, you can't. There's you can't always help everybody. But anyway, I really like this episode. It is a high rating for me, but it's not that high for me because there is like some little nitpicks. It could have the dialogue could have been used better because again over exposition. It did help progress the story for a bit. Well, the Megan Zord, but I wish it could have been more at least more done well. But overall, I really liked it. Oh, another thing is I wish I actually showed the games too. At least some of the games.
Before it.
Or I would even like Blaze as a participant, as a athlete for the games. That would be really cool to watch Blaze.
That would have been kind of
either way. It would have been a great opportunity to have either Kat or Kim to be in this episode because they both have been athletes in the Pan Global Games in the past.
Yeah,
it would have been also great even if they couldn't feature Amy Jo Johnson or if she couldn't even be there, it would be cool if they could have said maybe they mentioned Coach Hart or one of the.
Oh yeah, Coach Sloan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, but overall, I liked it. It's not I give it 8 out of 10 because there is a little stuff that is kind of I was gonna give it a 9, but again, it was too much over exposition. I'm like, okay, this kind of will hurt it a bit, and also the pacing of this episode was not really but it was enjoyable to watch though. It's just pacing and over exposition. That's why it's about it.
All right, Fox, it's your turn.
I'm honestly I'm in agreement with Ryan. I give this episode an 8 out of 10. A lot of things they could have done right. I mean, and don't get me wrong, this episode's great. This episode was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, look, I'm wearing the right shirt for the right occasion. Okay, in case y'all don't know, in case it has not been said, I am a huge wrestling fan, so I'm wearing the right shirt for the right occasion. But with all that being said, yeah, I mean, Ryan, you said how it shows that Ravi has flaws. That I can understand. I can understand where you're coming from with that because we've all been saying that Power Rangers needs to grow up and stop having characters be one-dimensional, or we're gonna end up like Mega Force and Dino Charge and Ninja Steel. And again, no offense to the actors and actresses, just wanted to repeat that once again in case someone tries to twist my words. No offense, no. I am not judging the actors and actresses because they did their part. They did the best they could. Just the writing, I appreciate that. But at the same time, when you think about it, Ravi was, and to me, and that's just my opinion. I think Ravi was just acting way out of character than usual. Normally, it's okay for a character to act out of. It's okay for your main protagonist to act out of character for time to time. But when you are going way out of left field on this, where you a Robotron attacked your homies and they couldn't get up to defend themselves, and you're mad because they wasted your time. That's what I have an issue with. Outside of that, and I think the dialogue could have been more tighter. But other than that, yeah. I really enjoyed the Megazord fight. There was a lot more action in this episode, and I'm a stickler for action, telling your story more than just dialogue. Case in point, The Raid Redemption or any Michael Jai White movie. The action helps tell the story more than dialogue. So I really appreciate that. And again, I saw a Megazord drop kick another a friggin' robot. And do a clothesline, and I saw Ravi do a power bomb and a Cesaro swing, and I saw an Ultrazord hurling another Megazord into doing a Goldberg-esque spear. I am a happy camper. With all that being said, I enjoyed some of them. I enjoyed Steel, which kind of reminds me. Okay, I understand Steel is half human, but wouldn't that android side that has superhuman-like abilities be able to help lift without Robbie's help?
Yeah, we don't.
Whatever. Not. Yeah. But yeah. Also, I would say it would have been okay. I would have been fine if they just said names of old school Power Rangers that did athletic stuff in their seasons, like Connor, or being a coach for a soccer team, or Ethan doing esports because esports is now becoming a thing in the Olympics. Well, supposedly we'll find out in 2021. But and maybe Adam, maybe like now coming to the stage, Coach Park, Coach McKnight, and Coach Vasquez. And I'm like, oh, you got Raj, you got Carlos, you got Adam, and you got Connor as soccer coaches. Let's go, turn up. Other than that, it's an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode.
Oh, I forgot to mention. What's also cool, this was a unique scenario for the Zords to be in. I remember thinking the other day how we don't really get a whole lot of abandoned theaters or dark dimension stuff anymore. And Ninja Steel brought back that video game, which was cool. But this was having the Megazord fight in a unique area. So that was cool too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think
overall,
we've had a baseball thing since. I don't think we've had a Megazord use baseball since Ninja Storm.
Dino Charge.
Mm-hmm.
Dino Charge.
Oh, Dino Charge. Dino Charge. Yeah, there was one episode.
You know what time it is?
Comment
YouTube
time.
comment time! What's up? Everyone, all the YouTube guys who are watching this recording, thank you guys so much for watching. We just reviewed episode 8 of season 2 of Power Rangers titled Boxed In, which was a sporting event themed episode. As you can clearly see, my Patriots, my Lakers, and my Sparks right there. And you guys haven't yet.
And I'm representing my hometown.
Yes! Love that spirit. Now, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, and be sure to like this video, hit it a third time, triple like, and let us know how you feel about this episode in the comment section below. But with all that being said, let's read these Facebook comments. Let's do it! Okay, I'm done. I'm going to try Dashy Games it.
Pablo Queen Pierce's Hi, Kent Brown.
Hi, Barb.
Patrick Julian says, Go Power Rangers. What's up?
What's up, Julian?
Mike Perez says, hey.
What up, Mikey?
Okay, so Ranger Select says, don't need Giga Drones when they can make giant Robotrons.
Well, it just depends on how much Morphex energy they have.
Yeah.
And besides, Console has those Gigatrons already made. So
Yeah, they explain it like they need Morphex energy. So
Yeah, they were already pre-made. They were in the freezer section. It's okay.
Yeah, just gotta pop it in for 2.5 minutes and then turn it around and then do another 2.5 minutes and let it cool down for another minute.
No, you put it in there for like 10 minutes. It's burning hot underneath your fingers, but when you eat it, it is ice cold.
It'd be cool if next week's episode Evox choose Blaze and Roxy out for you wasting so much Morphex energy.
next week. You mean this week's?
Next week's.
This is coming Saturday.
There's no next week.
Next episode. Don't remind me.
Which
Wait, so this is the mid-season finale?
yeah, it's
Coming up.
Yeah. KIS and ING. Okay, let's move on.
All right, let me put it like this. Yo, Nickelodeon and Hasbro, I'm looking at y'all real quick. If you let Nate and Zoe kiss tomorrow, there's no zoom in. Gee, okay, fine. Listen, Nickelodeon and Hasbro, if you have these fools kiss, actual kissing, none of the tongue, none of that cheek or forehead stuff. I'm talking lip on lip action. If you have these fools kiss tomorrow, I will forever stand Beast Morphers. I will defend it to the day I die. Let it happen. You screwed us over with the interracial couples of Haley and Calvin. Don't screw us with this next interracial couple. Please, I'm begging you. Let them kiss. I need everyone to chant. Let them kiss. Let them kiss. Let them kiss.
Let them
kiss.
Leonard, that's a pretty big responsibility defending Beast Morphers till you die. You think you can
I
handle it?
will happily do it. Okay, I can't defend. I can't defend the ecosystem episode with it, where Zeltra and the Mesogog's assistant was acting like a Karen. I cannot defend that because y'all already knew I gave that episode 1 out of 10. I can't do that. But everything else, I will defend.
I'm gonna say about damn time. 25 years.
It's
25 years.
No 2-second kiss. I want a full-on 5 to 7 seconds. A minimum is 5 seconds.
Hey, how about instead of our usual goodbye wave, we end it with the chant "Let them kiss"? Ready?
Yeah, I can do that.
Mike, no.
Mike, no. Mike, listen.
No.
We need this. We need zoom in. No. Now hit it. I got this. I got this.
No.
Mikey, listen to me. Listen to me right now. We need this kiss. All Power Ranger fans need to have hope. Damn it. We need this damn kiss to happen. Okay? I'm so tired of telling Nickelodeon to stick it where the sun don't shine on Twitch. I need them to get this W. I need this W for Nickelodeon, because if they don't, I'm gonna be very, very mad. And if you thought me going off when we did our prediction that Beast Morphers was bad, when I found out Calvin and Haley did kiss but they cut it out on the final episode, there's gonna be hell, fire, and brimstone. Okay? I'm just telling you right now. I need these fools to kiss. Abraham, who I follow on Twitter, needs them to kiss. Jazzy needs them to kiss. We all need this kiss. I don't think I've ever... I honestly have never begged for two people to kiss before, but I need these fools to kiss. Oh no, I did. No, I did. It was when Peggy finally kissed Steve at the end of Endgame, but that's a different story. I need these fools to kiss.
We need that Ash Ketchum from XYZ moment.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
also, what's funny is in the American version they cut it up, but in Japanese they kept it.
Wait,
Well, that's
stop.
America, and that's Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network can't do anything. The Karens are taking over. Where can the people find you?
You can find me at my secret location in Hong Kong. That's where I'm be hiding out for the next 3 months. Actually, you can find me on Instagram at brown_k. You can also check out my amazing Power Rangers scrapbook at QR Ranger Book. That is also on Instagram. And you can find me here on Morphin Network as well. Where can we find you all?
TRZ, where can they find you?
You could find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Boken Kabuto. That's Boken Kabuto, as in Boken Red and Kamen Rider Kabuto. And hopefully soon I'm going to start doing story mode for Battle for the Grid.
What about Instagram?
And you can find me on Instagram at chrono_cosplay. And I share a SoundCloud with Psycho Fox. Let's talk about that a bit.
Yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. You can find me on all social media platforms on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Reckless_Fox. And if you want a little my YouTube page, youtube.com RecklessFox review for RE3 and Final Fantasy 7 coming soon. Also, you will if you want more content, myself and TRZ do the Struggle Gaming podcast every weekend. Go to soundcloud.com/Struggle Gaming. That's soundcloud.com/Struggle Gaming for previous episodes of the Struggle Gaming podcast, which is our flagship show. Scrub Lounge, the Struggle Cinema Presents podcast, where we review the latest movies that are out, and the Struggle Retrospective Reviews, where we take a deep dive into movies in the past, which we will be doing the Terminator series very, very, very soon. Daggerboy, where can they find you? Do it!
Let them-
Come on.
Let them kiss.
You can find Daggerboy on...
Okay, you can
Find
find me at
Daggerboy on
Dancer
Dance... Good.
You can find me DancerBoy347 at Instagram, and please follow us at Morphinet, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter. Now, we're not gonna say goodbye wave. We're gonna do a chant, but first I must put this out. All right, let's go.
Right.
Until next
Let
week.
them kiss.
See y'all later.
Let
them kiss.
Let them
Let
kiss.
them kiss. One more time. Wait.
1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let
Let them kiss. Let them
kiss.
kiss.
Let them
Let them kiss.
Oh, your timing's